Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today, I have this thing, which you probably have already seen. But today I'm going to do a review of it. So this is my version of the Southern Pacific 4449 Daylight, Southern Pacific 9444 GS-4 Locomotive, and so let me just get it onto the main line. It can partially run switches if you go really slow. But here it is. So here I have a flashlight because it's a little dark at 5:30, even though it's still like mainly daylight. Maybe in reference to the locomotive. There is still day, it's just a little dark in the house. I got this for better lighting. Even though I have something for this specific purpose. So, let's take a quick look here at the wheels, the underside of the locomotive front. We're just gonna look at the locomotive first. So, I built it like this, and later I'm going to probably have a picture of how to make a wheelbase, and it runs R40. Hang on. So I've got the train back on the track, and I do have a attachment for this, but so first we're going to look at the boiler and everything. So yep, there we go. So the front can come off in three main sections. We've got the main part of the boiler with the smokestack, these things, and the horn. It's also got a whistle. Then we got this thing. And then we got the cleverly designed front with two of those things, a gear, another one of those but smaller, and then this little dish piece. And how I designed this is those little bars? It's like a little bar, and then it's got another one going down the middle, like a T shape. I used that, and then I just put the smallest one there with the two little things as the light. And the train is really quite heavy, but it's also partially empty and partially hollow, but also partially not. I mean, in there you can see it's hollow, pretty much, even up there too. And if you were to push this down, you would actually see down onto the wheels. Let me just get this whole thing put back together. And you can copy this design if you want for your GS-4 or Daylight or whatever it is. Yeah. Alright, so I've got it back on. How's the video already at almost 4 minutes? Okay, anyway. When I shine it like this, it looks orange. Sort of. I assure you it's red. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Instead of just way up here. But you can see there's some detail on there and things. And then right there, that little gun looking thing is the whistle. And then here's the smoke box. No, not smoke box, firebox. I gotta learn my train terms properly. And then here's the trailing bogie, or wheels. And then this thing just keeps the whole of those two together because of how heavy the train is. And then, this is 7 studs wide, that. And then here, we've got actual cab detail. I'm gonna try and shine yeah, there we go. You can see down in there. There's yeah, everything you need. Quite a lot of detail for space you can't really even see. Oh, yep, you can see in there too. Alright. Moving the locomotive aside. Time to look at the tender. Come on, camera, focus. Okay, there we go. So on the front of the tender, it's got some black as like the cola or whatever it is, and a little gap, aka opening. And it just looks like this underneath. It's got a ladder on both sides, open and close, and then it's got these little bars here. Come on, focus. Yeah. And then these bars on the side as well as both sides there. And here it's got coal. And originally this thing was powered. Also, you can take off the coal. That's what it looks like in there. Originally this thing was powered, and I still have the thing. But this thing doesn't have a little one stud on the bottom anymore. It's just completely round, so it won't activate the button. Let's actually go to the other side here. Yeah, this thing looks really cool. So like some statistics or something on the locomotive. It took me like 7 to 8 hours to build it on February 11th, like yesterday, which was my birthday. And I built this from like 9 something to like 5 something, 9 something a.m. to 5 something p.m. You can see my cars over there in the background. It's got a nice streamlined look. Trial and error was involved, such as the pistons being too tall and other things. The wheels. But this thing turned out pretty good. You get a softer light on there. Yeah. If I do this, does it look like it's emitting light? I mean, from that specific angle right there, although it looks like there's something above the light on the locomotive. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the back of the tender. Oh yeah, so that's what it looks like. There's like little things and like a little step there. Sorry if the camera is not in focus, my phone. I use my phone for recording. Here it's got 3 lights on the back. That's really about it. It runs R40 and, well, it derails on these going actual switching, but it runs just fine. Here, I will show you. Okay, so here I've got light. I've got the locomotive ready to go. It's actually, like, the locomotive is heavy as well as the tuner. I'm not quite sure which one is heavier. But, I mean, they're pretty good sized. Like, look at my hand compared to this thing. It looks like an actual model instead of a Lego model train. And let me get this Lego, like, sort of road construction dude, or whatever he is, wearing Emmett's outfit. What a steal, or what a copycat. You can actually see the full size of this thing compared to this dude. And the whole locomotive. Yeah, it's massive. Just set that dude down over there by the tracks. And this thing runs well. It runs better with 2 passenger cars, of which I'll make in another video tomorrow. Or not making another video. I made the passenger cars today. I made the diesel yesterday, yeah, like late at night, because I couldn't sleep because it was my birthday and sugar and cake and everything. Uh, but it runs well, really well actually. And I'm surprised I could even build something like this. But like, this is my first ever GS-4 GS-4 locomotive. Um, yeah, this is really well for my first GS-4 locomotive, or daylight locomotive, or whatever you want to call it. Um, like I didn't really know I could build something like this, and it just runs really, really well for how it is and how it's built. We're at 11 minutes. Wow. How long is review on a video yet? Um. Yeah, that's this locomotive. Sorry there's no intro, there won't be an outro either. But, like, now I know I say this with all my other locomotives, but I'm literally going to keep this I'm going to keep this around as long as I can without scrapping it. And even if I do scrap it, it will eventually be rebuilt. But, I think this is really well for my first locomotive of this design. And also it uses red wheels, as you can see, if you couldn't tell. And I literally used only just one reference photo of the daylight locomotive when it was on a doubleheader with the 844. And I built this from it. And I'm amazed that I could even build something like this. This whole train. I mean, it's 8 studs wide, 7 studs wide, and 6 studs wide at some places. 4, 2 studs wide. Yeah, it's 8 studs wide at the maximum. These valves make it 10. But here you can just get another reference photo for scale of this thing. This thing is massive. Also very heavy, too. And that's what that dude looks like doing on top of the train. As well as the side. And keeping this thing around for a month, you're probably going to see this in a lot of videos, such as a Ghost Trains video. Videos of like a crash or something, I don't know. I haven't really thought of anything of what to do with this giant, massive locomotive. My biggest rigid frame locomotive. I forgot to say that early in the video. But yeah. That also means you probably won't see any other locomotives unless they're going to be diesels or something. But that is going to do it for today's video. So, yeah, this thing is going to be in a lot of videos. That's the end of today's video. See you in the next one tomorrow about a diesel. Bye.